Hi everyone, and welcome to Lillian's Stamper's Niche. I am coming to you because I cleaned off my desk and cleaned up some of my craft area and found out all kinds of cards that I haven't shared with you. So I thought I'm just going to pop on and record a video sharing all these different cards, and they just might inspire you. Normally I come to you Monday evenings for Monday Night Live, but this week I'm not, so I thought I would record this and then you can watch it whenever it suits you. So together we try to unlock some paper crafting fun, and I think these samples and cards are going to do just that. So let's go down to my desktop and get started. And I always have a question for you. And my question is maybe, what's a card that you've made recently? So is it for a birthday? Is it for a sympathy card? Is it for an anniversary? Maybe you could even share what set you used with it. And as I'm going through these cards tonight, you might be wondering where I've got them all from, and I'll explain that. The other thing is, if you see a card that you wish that I would share with you, then just let me know, and I will see if I can figure out how to do it. Because a lot of these cards I actually didn't make. Many of them I did, but a lot I didn't. So let me know if there's a card that you would like to know how to make, all right? So the first few cards that I've got here, I went to an event and we got to go from table to table and make some cards. And so these are ones that I got from that one there. So here is one using the fishing, whole fishing suite in the annual catalog. And these just even look like water bubbles, and then the spatters, so love that. And who taught us that one? Trisha Shalo. I'm not very good with names, so I maybe shouldn't do that. Here's one showing the Lay Shop suite. So this is actually using the stamp set. We see lots of cards using the designer paper, maybe not quite so many with the bundle. And this is just white on white. But look at all the little components that you get, and you can stamp a whole village or just one little home if you want. And then these are the gems. What are they called? They are called loose silver sequenced there. So that's that. Then this one here, you know how much I love my Zany Zoo set, and this is showing both sides of the paper and just a little bit. So it's a fun fold. It looks like that. There we go. And that was Karen Duke. This one here uses a set that I just love. And we inked the die a little bit. We just sponged some color on it to add that. And you can see texture and background stamping. And that was Donna Wisniak there. And this here is really neat because it uses the note cards. So if you can see, it's just a smidge smaller. If you want quick cards, the packages of note cards are wonderful. They're already cut and scored. They come with envelopes. They're all set to go. And here we've got the embossing folder and the great balloons and designer paper. And this was Sherry Roth. And this one here, the Earthen Elements. I'm in love with this embossing folder right now. Who knew that I would be? And then we've got another embossing folder here in the great ribbon trim that looks great on a vase or a container. And this was Sue Patricic, something like that. But again, a great design. And then this here, we've had so much fun with the daisies, and this looks great with the panel down the middle. But it's a fun fold as well. It opens like that. And this is Lorna Raznicki. You can see her name there. There we go. So those are ones that we made at that event, and they're treasures, I really think. And so now what I'm going to share is often as demonstrated. Well, no, I went to a Stampin' Up event that was held locally, and we did what was called a shoebox swap. So each demonstrator put together everything you need to make a card, and we put it in a box about the size of a shoebox. It doesn't have to be a shoebox, obviously. And then we were divided up into groups, and we each made 8 cards. And these are the cards that I made at the shoebox swap. So this one here, I don't have these dies yet, and I love this, how it works there. And let me see if I know who, I don't know whose it was. This I know was Mark Gorn. She's in my downline, and we were attending it together. I love the Distress Gold, how it just really adds. And here's a different way of using the designer paper, the Daisy designer paper. So just a gorgeous, gorgeous card there. Thank you, Mark. And then this one, the Zany Zoo, with these great big stamps that just add so much punch and pizzazz. And again, I don't know who was the one that did that. This one, pardon me, was by Karina Chin. And it's the pizza one, and then we cut the words off to do that. This is the balloon designer paper. Oops, I got a little extra there. The backing off of a dimensional. And we stamped the pizzas in the background too. So that's just a fun card, and it's just fun to add this in. This is actually a fun fold as well. This is tucked in behind there, and it opens like that. I have shown this in a Facebook Live, but it's been a while, so it might be time to re-show it again. Then there's this one, and I just love how the layers come together here, and we've got Happy Birthday, really quick and easy once that die cutting was done. So we've got that. This one is by Carmen, and her favorite color combination is Wild Wheat and Pretty Peacock, and she has just made it shine right here. I just love how it comes together. So Carmen, thank you. I love that. Here's another one using the balloon paper. I call it the balloon paper. It's called Bright and Beautiful or something like that. And the Lemon Lolly is just such a gentle yellow. It just works so well. So again, a neat embossing folder, and it just came together like that, and a little strip for the inside and some for the envelope. This was my swap, so I told you I like that embossing folder. I have shown this style of card before. I just did it with different paper. The stars came from the Give It a Whirl dies, and the hello is from Layering Leaves. But it's a little simple fun fold like that. And then this one I thought was genius. So for the envelope, this person used our Take a Treat bags in the In Colors. This is Karen Yeomans. And so you bring out the card, and again, it's a fun fold as well. So it just goes like that. But I love that it can go in here. Now you can fold the flap over. Let me just put this in. And you can hand deliver this, but this would go in the mail if you put a mailing label on it and fold the flap over. So those are from a shoebox swap. So really neat ideas there. Remember, if there's something you want me to try to show you in a future Facebook Live, be leaving a comment here. Then as I cleaned off my desk, I realized I had made some cards that I haven't shown you for a while, or never shown you. And this was called from In the Moment, and I used the, what's it called? Gorgeously Made dies to do this and to do that. So I love this sentiment, and there are several people in my life right now that's likely what they need to think about. And I just love how this came together. So we've got that one there. Then this, I use the Alphabet a la Mode dies. They also have the numbers. So this is for a 6th birthday. So I put designer paper behind the 6 and took Happy Birthday from another stamp set and just cut it apart and put it on like that. So there is that one there. And then another Zany Zoo. This is a pocket one. So the paper is folded like that. And then we've got this little thing here. This is one we made with one of our stamp groups, my stamp club, I believe. And then this is one that I was going to show you, and then some of my buddies showed something similar, so I didn't, but it's with the Country Corners dies. So it's actually a bigger die, and I just scored it here and tucked it to make a fun fold like that, and then that's on the inside. So I really like that. Speaking of those dies, there are a few more samples, but I wanted to show you a couple of treat holders I've made recently. Here's the biggest of the Country Corners dies, and it's a treat holder, just like that. So that's a really cute idea. And then I got this idea to make the little purse. Again, this is Country Corners, this is Country Corners, and this is, and even this shape is, and I forget where I got it from. I've got it written here somewhere, Tammy Beard. So some great ideas. I love how demonstrators share. And then I was playing around with the fractured cards, which this one I received from my downline Lynn. And then I tried it. I thought this was really hard to do and found out it's really easy to do. And one of these days I might have to share it with you. So here I did my version with the Zany Zoo. And then I took the curvy Country Corners and I thought, could we do it with that? And yes, we can. It's a little trickier, but still very doable. And you've got that fractured look. And I really like how that turned out. So those are some that I've made and not shared with you. At least I don't think I have. So thought I would share those. And then just some I've received either in the mail or in swaps and that kind of thing. So here's a gorgeous use of just using bits of that designer paper and wild wheat. And then I'm not sure what color that is. And this is from Gail Bueller. So thank you, Gail. This one is using scraps of the one horse open sleigh paper, which, you know, I've used a lot of that. I've used it in that class I offered. So it's just a whole bunch of circles glued down and then trimmed off. And then a bit of the designer paper here. I love how that turned out too. So super, super. This one here using the citrus bundle. And this was from Judy Gilsing. So Judy, I love this set, and I love it in the greens here. So we will sure that's that one. Here is another great use of using scraps of paper. So you'd start with one and then just start layering it down. And this one is from Sylvia, I believe. Yeah, Sylvia. So thank you, Sylvia. This one is using the gorgeous, gorgeous dies. Oh, I forget the name of them. I am going to look them up because they're a standalone die. You see samples of them all the way through the catalog, and you even see them used on the back here. So let's just get the name of those dies. They're called Paper Florist, and that's exactly what you'll feel like when you play with these pieces, like a florist. So they can be used to make a great big conglomerate like that, or they can be used like this to make a gorgeous card front. So there's that one. And here's another one using the Dainty Delight. Very simple, elegant. You could use this for any occasion. Sometimes a card doesn't need words on the front. And this one is maybe one of those. And this is from Karen. Both of these are from Karen Yeomans. So like that. And she was saying that this card was because I had inspired her with one of my Facebook Lives or one of my Facebook posts. So there we go. This one here, again, love the layers, and you know how much I enjoy that. And that is from Carmen Carnegie. So again, really great card. This one is from Marilyn, and I love how this looks, all the different pieces here. Gorgeously made once again. Now there's a little trick to this one. It is a fun fold, and look at this. It stands up like that. So when you open it up, it goes like this, and you would write right here. So if that's a fun fold you're interested in, let me know, and I can do that. Or if there's a stamp set here that you are interested in, do let me know about that too. This card is really neat. So there's something to pull here. Now watch the fruit as I pull. I'm going to do it sideways just so you can see. I'm going to slide, and look, it slides up, and then there's the message in the inside, and there it slides back down like that. What a fun card. And then this was a swap card that I shared with when we were doing all of this. So I used the Basic Borders dies to cut this, and this is the back side. So I flipped it so you can see the back side here, and there it just goes together like that. And then of course the leaf bow punch. So those are some fun cards. Do you have any that are popping out at you? Do you have any that you want to learn how to make? Do you have any that have made you take another look at a stamp set or a die set that you maybe weren't looking at so much? Let us know in the comments, whether you're on YouTube or on Facebook. And remember, if you're on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button or the thumbs up button, or both. That really helps. But comments also help too. It helps me to know that I'm not floating around in cyberspace all by myself. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask. If there was some product you wanted and you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, just go to my website or contact me. And the hostess code right now, when it asks for it, is this right here. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.